I was diagnosed with MS when I was 38, and I was diagnosed at that point with relapsing remitting MS. Currently, it's moving towards the secondary progressive stage. So I said I was 38, was reasonably fit, was a king gold. I used to run quite a bit. But what I started to experience was muscle loss, a loss of strength, and a lot of pain in my body. So I went through the doctor's process of blood tests, x-rays, MRIs, and ultimately I came away from the doctor's surgery with the diagnosis I had MS. And at that point it scared me to death. I thought I was going to die. I didn't know anything about MS, but the plan I had for life was work hard, try and save some money, enjoy the family holidays and do those types of things. And I just felt as if my whole world had been turned upside down. To then not know what my future looked like from a physical point of view scared me. And I still can't get an answer. You'll never get an answer from the medical professionals because the condition is so varied amongst everybody who has it, and depending on what you do over the next 1 year, 2 year, 5 years will dictate how your condition deteriorates. So there's always an ongoing uncertainty about what my future looks like. In fact, I've got a plan A, but I know I'm going to have to end up with a plan B or a plan C because the condition's just continuing to deteriorate. To say to people I'm not the same as I was is really hard because there's things I used to do that I just can't, and it's almost as if I had to let the old person go because I was hanging on to things that I couldn't do anymore. I was really emotionally anchored in the past, and I needed to concentrate on what I can do, not what I can't. But that took a long time for me to try and understand how can I move forward with my life rather than thinking those bits have gone. Asking for help was really difficult because I just didn't want to do it. Take the help. I fought it early on. I was really frightened. So I was guided towards the Neuro Therapy Centre in Sodney, and I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there because I didn't want to see what I was going to become in the future. So I didn't go, and I wouldn't go. But there was a person pushing me really hard to go there. And I honestly don't know where I'd be if I hadn't gone there. It wasn't just the physical support. That was the sort of easy part of it. It was the psychological side of it. Yes, I'd received company support through counselling services, but I still had to go back into work and do the other things. Nobody really got me. The Neuro Centre were just unbelievably supportive. And if I hadn't got involved with those, I don't know what that would have done to me. Then there's an impact into my professional life, there's an impact into my family life, and it all goes the wrong way because I didn't engage with the support that was there early enough. So I'd say to anybody that's listening, absolutely get in touch with the Neuro Therapy Centre because they will make a huge difference to your condition and diagnosis. I see my main responsibility, but having 2 daughters, my job's to walk them down the aisle. So I need to keep walking. The milestones, they're really key for me. I've always enjoyed skiing. I keep skiing. So I joined a disabled ski group. But the bike is part of the skiing, so I know I'll be going away next March. I want to stand up skiing. I know we've got sit skis, but I don't want to go in a sit ski. I don't want to go in a wheelchair. So I try and use that as the motivator to make sure I keep exercising to stay standing up when I go skiing next year. People don't understand, and I don't need them to understand. You just need somebody that'll sit and listen to you, explain a few things away. You have a coffee, everything's good in the world again, and you keep going. Some of the colleagues I've worked with have been phenomenal in the support they've given me. That's given me the strength to continue as best I can to support my family, to make sure I've got some drive in my career and I've still got a little bit of ambition left in me. From a hobbies point of view, I mentioned I stopped the golf. I don't run, but I have found I'm okay cycling, so I bought an e-bike. So I try and get out on that 2 or 3 times a week. So that's an avenue I've sort of diverted into because I couldn't do the old things. I love my bike. I feel as if I'm future-proofing myself a little bit because I've gone electric with it. Although I do get, when you've got an electric bike, I'd love to not be on an electric bike, but I've got MS and I've got one leg that doesn't really work. But for me, I feel a little bit normal when I'm out on it. That's a really nice escape for me. So